pouring. It is pouring cats and dogs right now. Like, it was just so nice. And I was pouring. So yeah, y'all. I was getting a little bit comfortable for this video. I took my earrings off and all type of shit like that, because I'm tired of them shits knocking me across my face. But I'm gonna give y'all a quick story time today. You know what I'm saying? Now, I was watching on YouTube the other day, and this shit had me laughing, because I had completely forgot that this had happened to me. And then the YouTube thing helped me remember. So y'all know how this niggas, right, they be getting these like lace fronts. Like, niggas be talking so much shit about females wearing weaves and wigs and all type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But there's niggas out here that be rocking lace fronts and shit. So I was thinking how hats are like the same thing, and how I don't trust dudes that always have a hat on. Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all ever did like online dating, because I know I'm not the only one, there's plenty of people that do online dating, but I remember back in the day, like, if a dude had on like a hat in every fucking video, or not video, in every picture or whatever like that, I was like, nah, yo, that nigga, he fronting. Like, his hairline is almost going, his shit is almost receding and all type of shit like that. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I started feeling like that. So a long time ago, right? I think I was probably like 18 years old or whatever. This is before I met my first boyfriend, my first love, right? And y'all, this shit was so crazy. And it was scary too when this shit happened. He was from the Bronx, I think. He was from the Bronx or whatever. Every fucking picture he had on his profile, he had a hat. But I ain't think nothing of it. I was just like, okay, this nigga real stylish. Like, he had a hat for every shirt, every pair of sneakers and stuff. But there's dudes that do that. Like, there's dudes that dress like that. Like, they gotta match all the time or whatever. So I didn't really think nothing of it. So he was like, yeah, so shorty, like, when you want to come chill with me and all the time, I'm like, well, you know, you all the way in the Bronx, and, you know, I'm all the way in Queens. That's real far, and I really don't want to do that and stuff. And he was like, nah, come and chill with me. We're going to have a good time, blah, 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 blah. I was like, all right. He was like, don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. Just come and chill with me or whatever. So I remember I had went, and he wasn't that deep. Like, he wasn't, I think he was like on the concourse, on Grand Concourse. So he wasn't that deep. But he was deep because the Bronx is deep. So I went and, you know, show up at his house or whatever like that. And his room was all nice and clean and stuff. And, you know, again, y'all, the hats. He had so many hats. Hats was on like every wall. He had hats and stuff. Again, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I was just like, yo, this nigga got mad style. But yeah, his room was all nice and clean and all type of stuff like that. So we talking, and I don't even remember what we did, y'all. I just know that we was talking. I think we ordered some food or whatever, and we was chilling and we was talking. Anyway, fast forward, we started making out, right? We start kissing. He still got his hat on. He got a hat and he had a do-rag on. So we start making out and we start kissing. I'm sorry, y'all, but this shit was funny. Like, so I'm a passionate kisser, right? When I kiss, my hands go everywhere. Like, you know, even to this day, I was 18 back then, but I'm a passionate kisser. So I'm kissing him, my hands is going all over the place, right? My hands is going over the place. And I went and knocked the hat off. Like, the hat, he had a do-rag on, but I knocked the hat off. But I don't know, like, if this has ever happened to any of you dudes. It's like I don't know if your hat be too tight or something like that. But, you know, you knock the hat off and the do-rag comes off too by accident or whatever like that. So, yeah, I had knocked the hat off and the do-rag, like, I just slid my hand. Like, I slid my hand like that. So the hat came off and the do-rag hat came off. But it came off partially because he caught it. Y'all, he grabbed that shit so fast. Like, he was like... But I felt it. I had felt it already. Son had the Fred Sanford. Like, he had the hair here, but there was nothing up here. Like, all of this was, like, gone. But he had hair here. So, like, when I knocked it off, my hand slid. Like, son grabbed it real quick. He was like... Ugh. And I jumped because I felt that. Like, I was like, yo, there was no, like, trying to, like, dress that up. There was no way that you can, like, front and say I didn't feel what I felt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, you ain't got no hair on the top of your head. You only got hair on the sides. Like, you can feel it because it was like, now, if it was me and I knew that my hair was going, but I think this is for all men. If I knew that my hair was going and I would shave it all off, I wouldn't, like, keep patches. But his shit was, like, froed. I'm telling y'all, he had the Fred Sanford. Like, it was froed on the side, but at the top, there was nothing. So, I'm like, when I did that, and he jumped and grabbed it, I jumped, too, because I'm jumping because of what I felt. So, I'm like, oh. And he's like, he tried to play it off. He was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like... nothing. He's like, you okay? Why you stop? And I'm like, oh, nothing. Yo. So I couldn't even do nothing after that. Like, I was just like, and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, how can I bring this up? Because I don't want it to be, like, awkward. It's already awkward. But I don't want to, like, bring it up to embarrass him. Because he was a nice guy. He wasn't a bad guy. So I was just like, we had stopped making out and we was just sitting there and we was talking again. So I was like, you got a lot of hats. I'm like, you a hat collector? Like, what's up? And he was like, nah, I just like hats. You know what I'm saying? That's like my thing. Some niggas like sneakers. I like hats. I was like, oh, okay. He was like, I would love to see you without your hat. And he was like, nah, I don't take my hat off for nobody. And I'm like, why? He was just like, that's just me. Like, I just don't take my hat off for nobody. And I was like, but we inside. I'm like, we inside the house. Mind y'all, I had already knew what was up. But I was like, we inside. I'm like, we can get comfortable and stuff like that. You don't have to just be... He's like, nah, I don't take my hat off for nobody. I'm like... So I try to be funny. Like, I'm like, so you sleep in your hat? He's like, sometimes. Fred Sanford. So I was like, but you have hair, right? He's like, yeah, I got hair. I got a lot of hair. And I'm like, so why you don't want to take off your hat? Like, I was pressed, y'all. I ain't going front. I was pressed because I wanted him to admit, like, I wanted him, like, even if it was embarrassing, because I wouldn't have laughed or nothing like that. I just wanted him to be honest. Like, I was just like, well, if you got hair, then why don't you want to take off your hat or whatever like that? And he was just like, nah, because I just told you I don't take off my hat for nobody. I wear my hat inside. I said, so what about, because, like, I don't know if this is like a Caribbean thing or whatever like that. My pops was like big on that. Like, you could not wear a hat inside the house or whatever like that. So I was just like, what if you go to somebody's house and they want you to take off your hat? And then I just won't stay there. I'll leave. And I'm he's like, nah, I just don't do that. I don't fuck with my hats. I like my hats. Needless to say, y'all, I never fucked with that nigga again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not only because of their hair thing. That had a big thing. That had a lot to do with it. But just, like, I felt like he was a liar. I felt that he was just fronting. I'm like, dude, like, why the fuck you you can just tell me, like, maybe some shit happened. Maybe, you know, you got a condition where your hair fell out. You know, maybe something. You know, I'm sure there's a reason. But because, like I said, it wasn't just the whole head. It was patches. He had the Sanford, and I mean, nigga, it was a fro. It wasn't even like a low. No, it was a fro. He had the fro on the side. and nothing up here. It was clean up here, and it was in a circle. That's why I said he had the Fred Sanford. So I was like, dude, if you know what I'm saying, if you got a little condition or you got a little problem with stuff, you know what I'm saying, you can tell me about that. Like I said, I wasn't the type, and I'm still not the type to do that. I'm not the type to laugh at you or nothing like that or play you like that. I'm gonna play you now because you lied talking about, oh, I just like hats. No, nigga, you ain't got no hair. Like, just be honest and say that you ain't got no hair. Now, I don't really care about hair. Like, when it comes to dudes, I've fucked with bald dudes. I fucked with them niggas that had the real pretty coolie hair, and the nappy heads, the braids, the dreads. Like, I've done it all. I don't really care about hair. But if you rocking the Fred Sanford and you trying to cover it up with a do-rag and a hat and fronting, talking about you got hair, knowing damn well you got a Fred Sanford. Nah, my dude, I can't fuck with you or whatever. But this was a long time ago, y'all. I was like 18 years old. But just watching that shit and watching how niggas got lace fronts now. It's like these dudes be online talking so much shit about females that wear lace fronts and weaves and all type of shit. Shut up, cause y'all do it too. It's been proven that dudes be out here rocking lace fronts and shit. And that shit, what's that shit called? That Beijing, where y'all be coloring in y'all lines. Like, come on, stop it or whatever. I just wanted to bring that up, y'all. That just made me think of like a story time. Plus, I haven't given y'all a story time in a long time, and this is a short one, but that shit just made me think about it, about that dude. Like, I don't even remember his name or whatever, and he wasn't like he wasn't like he wasn't bad, like, you know what I mean, like, he wasn't a bad guy. I just don't like that lying shit. Like, I don't like shit like that. Be honest with me. How we supposed to be fucking with each other and you lying about having a Sanford and Son shit? Man, that nigga caught that hat so fast, like, he was like, whoa. Shout out to whoever you are. I doubt you be watching my videos or whatever like that, but shout out to whoever you are, whatever. I hope you got that little issue fixed. But yeah, y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, the next story time. I love y'all. Peace.